Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for a beautiful Tuesday afternoon video. Right here, once again, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button in my pants, down in the description box below. So check out this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video if you like, but don't leave stupid comments. Bye-bye, so long, farewell to you. You'll get blocked and then pretty much sent to the Shadow Realm. Placed in an Iron Maiden. Satan will eat the rest of your soul. So please do not do that. If you want to do that shit, go to your dead channel that nobody gives a flying fuck about. Go do it over there, because you ain't gonna do it here. You don't like it? Too tough shit. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the face. Because you, yes you, are SOL. And I think we all know what that means by now. And if you don't know what it means, look it up. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the video, and don't forget to hit that bell for more. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one, fruit punch. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. You don't, well, go fuck yourself. And that's all I gotta say about that. We're good. We are good to go. Good to go. Good. We're good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, another hot one here in New York City. 85 degrees on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, the 1st of July, as we begin the second half of The Price is Right. No, we start the second half of 2025, the 1st of July. We got July 4th weekend coming up. A couple days from now, it's going to be an exciting, nice weekend. Not going to be that cold here in the Northeast. Going to be around in the low 80s. Should be, well, except for like the weekend. Well, Saturday, Sunday going to be a little bit warmer. But it's going to be a nice weekend. Macy's 4th of July fireworks going to go off without a hitch. You know, it's going to be nice. Everybody watching in New York City and on TV or around the world. And, hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend, wherever you may be, even in Japan. Because we love you guys in Japan. Like, yeah! And all that shit. But hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We got NXT coming up later tonight on the CW11. Should be a great show. The pre-Ultimate to Ultimate Go Home show before NXT Great American Bash next Saturday afternoon at the same time as All In, 3 p.m. on Netflix and wherever you watch it from. But most of us won't even watch the Bash, so who cares? And we get Evolution next Sunday, so we're leading to that as well, with, you know, a couple of matches. With that, we're going to see what happens with JC Jane and Big Mama Pump joining Grace tonight. We'll see what happens with that. We got Stacks Mahomes as the new Heritage Cup champion. Don't know what's going to happen with Tony D, my cousin. He is really mad. I haven't talked to him in almost a couple of days. He is mad. And with the whole thing with Luca Crucifino, I think this week is taped. I think this week is taped. Because of the whole 4th of July weekend thing. So, we might get some stuff regarding that. I think I did see some spoilers out for this week's show. Because I think next week is actually live, the July 8th show, which will be the Go Home show before the Great American Bash and Evolution 2, Electric Boogaloo. So, we'll see what happens tonight on the program. Oba, we're gonna see Oba, Hu, Febi, the Gula, and, see where he's gonna be going with a certain guy named Yoshiki, the legend Yoshiki Inamura, for the NXT World Title. Don't know the tag titles, I believe, are on the line at the pay-per-view. North American title, we don't know yet. Well, both North American titles, so we got that. Also, we got Ethan Page and Absolute Ricky Starks in Ava Rain's office to finally settle this shit between them. I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight, but we'll see. What's next for this crazy as fuck feud. But like I said, a lot more to come tonight on NXT. And we'll talk about that probably later tonight or most likely late tomorrow, because I am very busy tomorrow. I got a half day of work because last day of work before the holiday, and then I gotta go to get an MRI done on my neck, because my neck is all wonky because I'm old, and then gotta do some other errands to run, and then hopefully be back in time to maybe do a video before we get to Dynamite, which should be a great show as well. And we got Collision this Saturday night on TNT. Sadly, I can't watch it because Dish loves to fuck me. But no, I've been a loyal satellite Dish, the rich man's Dish. I've had it for like over 10 years now. Love the service, and I haven't really paid a lot for my muffler with that. So, but with the package I have, they are now taking off. They took off TNT yesterday, which pissed me off. So I can't watch Collision live or taped, except on the internet. So now, but I think there's a TNT app, or I do have Max. I have the Max app, so I might watch Collision on my phone. So instead of watching it on the computer, so or my PS5. So I mean, it doesn't matter if I lost TNT or not. Just don't want to lose TBS, because that'll be bad. But hopefully when I renew my package, I can stay with the same package or go down a package, and I can get back TNT. But I might lose the USA Network, which will suck because I'll miss SmackDown or Weltdown, whatever you want to call it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. And as the Thunder Bullet says on the Kill Demons channel, I'm Peter Joseph, by the way, if you didn't know that by now. I am one of the greatest. You love me. You can't get enough of me. But, I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's talking about me because I'm the hottest thing on YouTube today. So, do your boring videos and live streams, nobody's gonna care. I'm certainly not. But that's that. Anyway, on this Tuesday afternoon, July the 1st, 2025, it is time for your late, so far out of fucking date, AEW Collision review. Alright, from this past Thursday night, which was taped, it wasn't live, it was taped. This Saturday will be taped, I think it's taped this week. I assume it will be taped. Because it's 4th of July weekend, I assume the superstars of AEW want to stay home with their families and enjoy 4th of July weekend. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But it was taped this past Thursday, and we're still stuck in Seattle at the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington, right outside Seattle. We still have to hear, "Hi guys! It's me again! It's Darby Allin! Ha ha ha! You can't get rid of me! I live in my car in Seattle. Get out of here, Darby! Bastard." I don't know when that guy's coming back. I hope he doesn't come back. But another guy we haven't seen in a while, Freshly Squeezed Orange Juice, Orange Cassidy. We don't know when he's coming back from his, I think it's shoulder and knee injury. He has some type of injury. I just haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he'll make a comeback at All In. I don't know at this point. Probably won't see him until maybe Forbidden Door. Who knows? Or All Out in September. That's in Toronto, by the way. I believe it's in Toronto. So, lots of things happening in AEW. Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you. Possibly going to WWE, because his contract is ending, I think, next month. So, WWE, trying to get all the all the talent from AEW that rarely gets used anymore, like Mr. Danhausen, like Private Party. I would love for them to go to TNA, not so much NXT, the main roster, because I know they get misused. They should just go back on the indie circuit, go back to House of Glory or something like that. I don't know with them. But, yes, that's two of the big names that, not big names, but two of the names that are possibly we'll see in AEW by the end of the summer going into the fall. I mean, Private Party, yeah, it helps the tag team division on any brand and in TNA. Mr. Danhausen probably just be a nostalgia act, like El Grande Americano. Who's the Kaiser? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll get to Raw probably tonight or tomorrow. So I'm so backed up with stuff. Like I said, I'm busy with work and other things I gotta do. So I have a busy life, and you don't, because you think about me too much. That's a fact. Anyway, let's get into some Dynamite, sort of thoughts. You know, I guess we'll talk about thoughts, because I do have to run out of here, because I have to run to the bank and pay my bills. You understand? Pay my bills, because I do work, and I gotta pay for the rich man's internet and cable, so don't do it. It might incur a big fee. Not a big fee, but don't want to get shut down, but that would be bad. Alright, so we got that. Nigel McGuinness, me love, and Tony Baloney Schiavone on commentary, as always, on Saturday night. Thursday night now, and then Saturday night this weekend. Alright, so we started the show, which wasn't bad. It was alright. Alright, so we started with Tony Baloney in the ring. He brings out my favorite tag team right now. You know him, you love him. Let's go back to 1985. Let's call up Doc and get the DeLorean Back to the Future, 1985. And then we'll see the Outrunners. Alright, you see my favorite tag team, the Outrunners, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. No relation to Pink Floyd. That'd be funny. Alright, so he brings out the Outrunners and FTR. Fuck the Revival. Cash. God Clock, run! Wheeler. And Dax the Axe Harwood, along with Mr. Stokely Hathaway, for a little face-to-face. So Stokely thinks that FTR should be getting a tag team title shot instead of, jet speed. But they have to deal with the Outrunners first. He's flabbergasted at their actions as of late. Well, they just came back a couple weeks ago, so what are you talking about? And Cash Wheeler feels the same way. They've done all kinds of things for the Outrunners. When FT Outrunners were formed, that crazy freaking union between them, like 8-man tag team matches and ridiculous tag team matches here and there. So we see a video of that. We say, oh, we were looking out for you, this and that, and, and now everybody, now we got a problem. Because now they're heel, and Outrunners are basically, obviously, faces now. So we see the video of that, and then, they're like, oh, you're gonna jump us for a tag team title shot? And you already lost to the Hurt Syndicate? At the, what pay-per-view was that? Crap, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, so the Outrunners embarrass themselves against the Hurt Syndicate, blah, 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 blah. They turn their backs on us. So then Truth Magnum sees all the Outrunners shirts from the fans, knows the people will believe in them anyway, through thick and thin, that's damn fact. And then he says, we believed in you guys, and then pretty much we got dropped like a bad habit. So they want to fight, but then Stokely says, we're not going to do it now, we're going to do it next week. Chickens, because you know you're going to lose. Alright, so we got that on the program this Saturday, I believe this Wednesday or Saturday night. On the program. There we get that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got a Dynamite recap. Why not? Alright, first official match of the night. Tag team action player. Somebody called Teddy Long. We got the patriarchy of Christian and his son, the Ring of Honor TV champion, Nick Wayne. You came out with Kip Sabian, and Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yes! She is scrumptious. God damn you, Christian. Fucking that sweet ass. Fuck! Should've been me. Anyway, they take on Big Cass and Brian Keith, the Bad Apple, the remnants of the Jericho learning tree. Who knows if Jericho's gonna come back? I don't know what he's doing right now. Besides losing some weight, actually, which is good. Maybe making the next Fozzy record. Doing some festival tours in the summertime. So, if you see Fozzy, say hi to Jericho for me. Alright, this was a back and forth match, not great. You know, Big Cass and Brian Keith had to deal with the Workhorsemen, and you know what happened with that. Felt like Anthony Henry got hurt again. Oy. Guy can't catch a break. No pun intended, but I digress. Back and forth they went. Mama Wayne, you know, Nick Wayne's mom gets involved, which allows Christian to make the save after Brian Keith powerbombs Nick Wayne, and he had to win, but Mama Wayne shows Paul Turner her titties. Who else is, you know, Paul Turner can't get laid anyway. No, I'm kidding. And then Big Cass misses a charge into the ring post. Ow! And then Christian with a spear on Brian Keith. To break up another powerbomb attempt, and then Nick Wayne kicks Brian Keith in the head, locked in for a loop, and they get the win in under 13 minutes. Match was meh, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we get that. Alright, then the walking weapon Josh Alexander answers the TNT champion Aew Cole, baby! His opening challenge for the TNT title, so we'll see that in a little bit. But before we even get to that, go to break, come back. Christian praises his son, Nick Wayne, but then they run into MVP. Little reunion between Christian and MVP from the WWF/E days during the Ruthless Aggression era. And he basically's like, oh, you know, it's like, you know, great win, you know, a step forward coming after the tag team titles. And he's like, don't do it because you know you're going to get your butt kicked. And then Christian, the savage beast that he is, starts bringing up MVP's criminal history. Oh, boy. And then, you know, it's like, oh, I'm not a criminal that got caught. That MVP's like, not impressive, Skywalker, not impressed. So he's not impressed with that, but he says, hey, good luck with that. You'll need it. Then he leaves. So, maybe at All In, we'll get Christian and Nick Wayne going after Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin for the tag team titles. There is a slight chance they might win, become the first father-son, quotes on that, because they're not really, you know, related. First father-son tag team champions in AEW history. There was an asterisk, you know, over it. So, we'll see if that match does get announced for All In. I don't think it will be, but maybe after it, but we'll get that. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the ring we go. More tag team actions. You know, Cole Teddy Long, he's not going to have a field day with this show. Alright, so we got the big man, Brody Hoop King, from the Hounds of Hell, and Templario, taking on Rocky the Man on essay of the Don Callis family and Roppongi Vice. He teams up with a member of the Don Callis family, well, like a rental, like Okada is. He chases it though. It was a decent match, nothing great. I mean, fans love Brody King. I mean, who doesn't? Good match though, but we get to the end, and Brody comes back in. They chop Templario down. He Chasero down, excuse me. But he misses a charge into the corner, and then all 4 men in the ring. Templario takes a Chasero down with a big flippy doo on the floor. And then Rocky Romero, the sacrificial lamb, as always, gets hit with the Gonzo Bomb. No, not the Muppet Gonzo, it's differently spelled. So he hits the Gonzo Bomb. 1, 2, 3 in a little over 10 minutes. Templario and Brody King get the win. Match was alright, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, then we get to a video for the, 6 belts Monet, not Mornay, Monet, the CEO, Mercedes Monet, and Timeless Tony Storm, darling! Bosom, or Tony San Diego, whatever you want to call it. And we saw what happened on Dynamite last week, where Mercedes beat the fuck out of Tony, you know, in the back all the way to the stage, and you know, poor Mina Shirakawa, my fourth amazingly hot Asian wife, had to come out and save her bestie. So we saw that, and then we see the aftermath of that, and we found out that Mina gets a TBS title shot tomorrow night. Probably not gonna win, obviously, which sucks! So Tony's like, I'm gonna kick her ass, and then Mina's like, I promise I will get revenge on you. But please, do not come to ringside, I beg of you! Tony's like, I promise. She's gonna come down, obviously. Alright. And then Tony's like, save me a piece of her ass! So we'll see what happens with that. I think Mercedes is gonna beat Mina again. I think the second or third time they fought over that belt. I'm like, come on! I really would love for Tony to somehow stop this 6 belts crap, and possibly a 7th belt, if Mercedes wins at All In. Stop this, you know, stop the belt collector storyline with Mercedes. Screw Mercedes, not in a good way, mind you, and Mina wins the TBS title. I would mark the fuck out for that. It's not gonna happen, but you never know. Alright, so we got that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to your squash match of the night. We have the Mega Sis, Megan Bayne, along with a hottie herself, Penelope Ford, at ringside. She takes on, well, somebody we know and love, Fert Vixen, who's been on the indie circuit, sometimes in Ring of Honor. And basically, she did nothing, and Megan beat her in under 2 minutes with Face Descent. Bye-bye, so long, farewell, good night, that's it. Alright, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then the 5-tool player, Anthony Bowens, without daddy ass Billy Gunn. He's in the back, and he's officially in the Casino Gauntlet qualifying match this Wednesday night with MJF and a couple other people. Let's see who's number 2. Mark Briscoe is number 1. And on the women's side, it's Chris Statlander. We might have a match to see who's number 2. I hope it's Willow, but we'll see. Alright, so he's officially in the qualifying match, and he's ready for a new strategy. With Daddy Ass. I mean, something has to work here, because his singles run, and the same thing with Max Caster has been abysmal, boring bullshit. Why did you even break him up, Tony Khan? Because Max Caster's getting his ass kicked in his 5-minute challenge. He's getting over with the crowd. That's one thing, but still. It's just their singles runs have just been boring. And that's that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get to the TNT title. Josh Alexander against Adam Cole! Baby! Chugs. Boom! And that's that. This was a pretty good match. Trent Beretta at ringside with Josh, representing the Don Callis family, of course. Very good match. How long did this match go? 12.5 minutes. Back and forth match they went. Trent really didn't do anything. He just was there. We're getting to the end of the match. Josh with a fireman's carry on Cole on the middle rope. Ow. That gets broken up with some elbows to the head by Adam Cole, baby. Then he connects with a Panama City Sunrise, even though that should be changed because he's not from Panama City, Florida anymore. He lives in Pennsylvania now. Don't know, well, near Pittsburgh, I think. Not near Britt Baker, because you know how that situation, and they're still friends. Friends my ass, because we know Britt Baker's still fucking Tony Schiavone. Bastard! Alright. So he hits the Panama City Sunrise for a near fall. But Josh drops down before he can lower the boom. And then Josh gets right back up with the ankle lock. Cole breaks that up easily. Whoa. That's a big old... I thought it was in the house for a second. Scared the crap out of me. Freaking like a... Not a wasp, like a hornet. Jeez, thought I was in the house. But thankfully my windows are closed. And I got the fly swatter somewhere. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so a bridging German suplex by Josh Alexander drops Adam Cole. But he tried for a bridge and his neck gave out. Probably because of the Panama City Sunrise. So Adam Cole gets right back up, lowers the boom. 1, 2, 3. Still, your TNT champion, baby. And it's Adam Cole, baby. You gotta love it. Alright, good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Alright, then we go outside where Ricochet is leaving the building. He runs into AR Fox. And then the Gates of Agony come in and they beat the fuck out of him, out of AR Fox. And Ricochet's like, You know what, I was gonna leave, but let's go back inside, let's talk. So, Ricochet's looking for people to form a faction with, and, might be maybe the Gates of Agony. The Gates of Agony. That's Toa Leon and Bishop Juan! I know not Quan! So, we'll see what happens with that. That's that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Back inside the arena, we go to the ladies once again. Queen Amanana, the one and only, takes on her arch nemesis Sky Blue with the lovely Julia Hart at ringside. She's not really wearing black anymore. She's wearing some green now. What's up with that? Alright. So, it was a pretty good match. Back and forth they went. But in the end, I think Queen Amanana won this match. Get my notes together. Here we go. Where are they? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Alright, so back and forth match they go. Queen Amanana comes in with her sexy hips to face deal. I want the beat right in the middle of that. And then knees Sky Blue out to the floor. And then Julia Hart owes a distraction. And Queen Amanana gets set into the ring steps. Ow, which allows Sky Blue to hit a top rope flippy dibbity doo. We go back in. Sky Blue hits goes for Code Blue, her finisher. It gets blocked. And then Queen Amanana hits off with her head. Interesting title. Off with her head. Queen Amanana, hey, she finally gets a win. Not many wins on Dynamite or Collision for her, or Ring of Honor. But she gets a win in 8.5 minutes. Match was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, we get a 2-on-1 beatdown on the Queen. Actually, Julia Hart comes in, it's like, hey! And they have a big stare down because they've gone at it lately. And then Spider Lady Thekla comes out for a big old beatdown. So like a 3-on-1 beatdown, and then TJ, Anna Jade, a woman with a fat ass and a mean attitude, and Ty Mello, they come out for the save with some boards. Alright, so looking like a 6-woman tag team match, because Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford came out somewhere near the end of the match. Oh, actually, no, they came out afterwards for a big old stare down. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know why Thekla's in the lower card of the division. Why? So Tony Khan just brings her over from Stardom. Gives her a couple of easy wins. Puts her together with a woman she hates, in Athena, even though they worked together. They coexisted actually in that All-Star tag team match. And now, and you're just putting her right back in with some of the low mid-card people. She should be going after the fucking, after Toni Storm, or going after Mercedes Moné. I don't know sometimes. I don't know sometimes with Tony Khan's thinking and his horrible booking of the women's division. Horrible. Alright, so we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the Dancing Fool, Danny Garcia. And Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? Well, you can go ask him if you meet him. Because I don't think he does his podcast anymore. Alright, they're cut up by Lucky Tomato Essay, who says the Don Callis family has no issues with Danny Boy. But then Rocky Romero suggests that Danny's friends are just trying to get what they can get out of him, basically riding his coattails. And Danny's like, nah! Not happening, bro. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, then we get what's coming up this week on Dynamite and Collision. And that's it. Then we go to your main event of Collision, the Battle of the Kyles. Kyle Fletcher, the proto-star, takes on Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts, part of the Paragon, the Undisputed Paragon, whatever you want to call it. He came up by himself, no Adam Cole, baby, no Rowdy! And Kyle Fletcher came out by himself, no Takeshita, no anybody else. It was just one-on-one, the way it should be. The fans just, ate this fucking match up. This is Kyle! I'm like, oh, which one? So they went at it, and it was epic. More Kyle chants. Getting to the end, Kyle gets back up, O'Reilly gets back up with a running dropkick off the apron, his patented apron dropkick into his opponent who's sitting in a chair. Poor Kyle Fletcher. And then Lance Archer, everybody dies! He comes out. Why? To boot Kyle O'Reilly in the face. And then a Michinoku driver gives Kyle Fletcher in the fall. Then they go back in the ring, hits that running knee to face into the Bling Buster! Gets the win for Kyle Fletcher. He beats Kyle O'Reilly in 13.5 minutes exactly. So, good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for the match. Alright, so after the match, Kyle O'Reilly gets a beat down, but then the rest of the Paragon, Adam Cole, baby, and Rowdy, and Danny Garcia, who's not even in the Paragon, they come out for the save, and then they end the show. But then what we didn't see was Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Fraggleson. Yes! He comes out, because he's from Aberdeen, Washington, his home state, because now he lives in Phoenix with Brie Bella and their kids. So he makes a special appearance, and he comes in and basically beats the fuck out of Kyle Fletcher in 8 seconds. Just for the fans after the show. That's that. Alright, so it wasn't a bad Collision. I thought it was actually decent. Alright, so I'm going to give it 6.25 out of 10 stars for that. And we move on with that. Alright guys, I am out of here because I have to run to the doctor and I gotta run to the bank. Because they're in the same basic place, so I don't have to worry about that. I have to be there. I have to be at the bank by 4. Because if not, oh boy, it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be tough to pay the bills because they due this weekend. So I gotta get it done this week. Well, today really. So that's that. All right, guys, I am out of here. 6.25 out of 10 stars for Collision. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will be back later tonight. With your NXT review. We'll talk about Raw tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon. Get you ready for Dynamite, and then hopefully we'll be back on a sorta normal schedule. But man, I'm so busy over the next this whole month. I'm busy, so the videos will be coming whenever they can get up. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, also hit that bell so when those videos go up. Hopefully you get them. If not, unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, turn on all notifications again, and hopefully YouTube would fix that shit. We'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, my friends, have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. bitches!